Hello, sixth grade families, students, guardians. This is Mr. Behnke, and this is a math moment with Mr. Behnke, where I will try to send out weekly snapshot of what's going on in our classroom so you have an idea at home. So what I all have here for you is everything in red is clickable. The first part is just kind of what we've been doing the last 2 days. So the last 2 days, we've just been doing a lot of activities, whether it's just trying to get an idea of who they are as students, getting them to work with each other. We haven't gotten into any content yet. So we'll start getting into that next week. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we will be doing iReady testing to get a sense of where they're at mathematically. And then we'll get into our content for this year. So yeah, it's just been a lot of activities, just kind of mathematical thinking patterns, stuff like that. So make sure your student has gone through all the stuff I sent out last week, surveys, Flipgrid video. There's a video about myself. Make sure you go through those things. And then I want to give you an idea of what things are going to look like this year in class for math. So started last year, I got away from your standard lecture for most of the period. And what it's going to look like this year is students, once we start next week, students are going to start being assigned videos on Google Classroom. So let's say you get a video on Tuesday. The video will be somewhere between 6 to 9 minutes about what we're talking about, whether it's area of a parallelogram or whatever it is. And they'll need to watch that video, whether it's at Win or at home. Again, it's only 6 to 9 minutes, and answer any questions that are attached to it. They will not receive any questions to do at home because the next day in class, part of in-class work will be doing those questions. So then you as parents don't have to answer those questions for them or with them, okay? They'll have me, who is their content area expert, they'll have me to go through those questions with them. So part of the good thing is if your student's gone, whether it's a family vacation or an illness or whatever they're gone for, all they'll need to make up is that video for the day. So really all they'll miss is whatever activity we do in the class. So that's awesome. And also, like I said, they'll have their content area expert, me, to answer any questions that they have. So you don't have to spend, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours doing any math homework. They will also have to do iReady, but that they'll have in-class time to do that as well. So just make sure your students are watching those videos. Those videos, again, will be assigned via Google Classroom. And if you signed up in the email I sent last week on Remind, you'll also get reminder emails or texts about what assignments they're given, what video assignments are given. All right. So as far as I know, some students may have physical planners that you've purchased at a local store, but I also wanted to provide some digital options. So this first one here where it says Google Slides version. So if you click on that Google Slides version, you have to click File and then make a copy. Basically, you can see what it looks for yourself. Allows students to put in their assignments digitally. I laid it out where you have ELA and science and math and all the subjects. And there's also like to-do lists and notes and stuff like that. So they can keep a planner digitally through that. Also in the next section where it says Google Keep headers, it's a folder to images that you can use Google Keep for. So the first link is for folders of images of math lists, ELA lists, and so forth. And then this next one is, if you've never used Google Keep, it's amazing. You can use it as a grocery list or as a to-do list or whatever. So my idea would be that students would make, and you can see here's a video tutorial. Students can download those images and they can make one list for math, one list for ELA, one list for social studies. And I kind of go through that in that video. So just ideas as far as what students can do to keep track of things. So hopefully you can help them do that at home. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Also, the next thing, this is just a little Google Doc here, just so you know. I always encourage students not in Google Classroom, that's where I assign everything. Don't look at the stream. I don't even know if the classwork tab is the best place to look for things. I would say look at the to-do list, and I lay things out here in this document of where you can find things in the to-do list in Google Classroom. So just some ideas as far as keeping track of things. Also, every day, well, every day students have access, and you have access as parents too, of what we're doing in the classroom. Okay, so these are both clickable here, Math 6 and then Math 6 Plus. Those are our class hubs where you can, they're a hub because they have all of our information as far as things in the math classroom. If you go inside your, whether your students in Math 6 or in 6 Plus, if you go to their hub and then go to the agenda, so if you click on whether it's 6 or 6 Plus, you click on the hub, go to agenda, then I have all the weeks laid out for first semester. So next week is week 2. If you go in right now, there's nothing, but if you go into week 2, you'll see once it gets closer to Tuesday, I'll have what we're going to do on Tuesday. Once it gets closer to Wednesday, you can see what we're doing on Wednesday. So then parents, you can actually see day to day what we're doing in the classroom. All right. And a lot of times I'll include clickable links. So that's really it for a math moment with Mr. Behnke. If you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me as soon as possible. I'm more than willing to help you if there's anything I can do for you or for your student. So again, this has been a math moment with Mr. Behnke. I am Mr. Behnke. Mr. Behnke signing out.